Hey gang, so here's something pretty fun today, the Wanwu HifiBoy. This thing is pretty crazy. It's unique, it's interesting, and I'm going to open it up and walk through the whole thing with you, and it's actually kind of scary when you do it for the first time. So I figured let's all be scared together. But I promise after you watch this, everything is totally clear. Um, Spoiler alert, I've already recorded the opening part, so now I can say with confidence that it's fine. I honestly didn't know if it would be fine, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. So watch this, and then we can open it up together, and then you'll always be able to go in and open up your Wanwu HifiBoy. I mean, if you want to. All right, let's go. Okay, so here is take two of the HifiBoy breakdown. I've already recorded a video on this, but when I opened it up, I opened up one side of it and got worried about what was underneath, so I didn't continue and I put it back together. And then I was sitting around last night and I thought, you know what, that's not good. People are going to want to see everything inside and how it opens up. So I decided to sit down and kind of take everything apart, and frankly it's nowhere near as scary as I thought it was. So then I thought, I gotta record this again. So here we go. I'm not gonna break it down yet. Let's just do a quick sort of play test with it. Now the thing about this is we're used to doing this, right? When we hold something, we want to slide it, we want to hold an end with our index finger, we want to push up with our thumb. Problem is you can't do that with a HifiBoy. You have to retrain your brain to come at it differently. Instead of the point being on your index finger, you kind of have to, well, one way at least is to roll both fingers on these 2 points on the edge here and then push up with your thumb and then down. Okay, so kind of like a syringe. Like if you were using a syringe or a needle, like that's how you would do it. So that's one way. The other one is you can just kind of do a single, like I do it now sometimes, where I just push on. I'm not really using this middle finger for pressure on this side. I'm only applying pressure here and on the thumb. It looks the same, but feeling wise, it's different. Like you start to kind of figure out how to manipulate this a little more comfortably. But really its main, I guess the main functionality is to hold down here and push up. And it's actually kind of fun once you get used to it. What I like about this is that, again, it's one of those, it's a new style of fidget, or I mean, not new in terms of age, but just different from what we're used to, right? It's just, it makes you think a little differently. You can put lanyards on either side of here, and if you had a lanyard on here, then you could wrap these 2 bottom fingers around it, and then you've got all kinds of leverage. I haven't done that yet. I plan on it because I want to try it. Although the only thing I find, lanyards get a bit tough because when you put them in a case, you know, we all have sort of our foam inserts. Hold on. So here, for example, we all have our foam inserts, right? And so I've now moved this guy to here. But if I have a lanyard, then it starts snaking through the case. This, by the way, is where my musketeer goes. And yes, I keep my collection small. That's why I trade and sell so much. I like having everything in a smaller case, although I've actually had to move up to a second. I've had to add a case to this for extra fidgets and things that don't fit in that case, like a few spinners and stuff, which I've been doing reviews on. So anyway, so let's get back to this. So the point is, once you get used to it, this is actually really neat. The problem is when you think about it too much, like I'm doing right now because I'm recording, you know, you can kind of mess up. It gets a little wonky. But anyways, let's open this thing up, because when you first see it, all you get are, you sort of understand you've got screws here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a magnet, which will be important in a second. Okay. So I'm just going to take it from the closed position. This is a T6. Clean it up. Okay. So once that side is off, I'm going to show you here. This plate just comes up. 1 second. So this plate just comes off, and see, it comes right off. Let's see if we can get some focus here. There we go. So there's a little hollow spot inside, right? And that hollow spot is for this magnet that sits here. So the magnet is riding along this bar here. 2 stops, right? Like 2 magnets. So to get this guy out, what you have to do is move a half. I find if I move a half stop, we'll see it kind of. Oh, sorry. I got to move this first. Dummy. I always get sort of distracted. Come on. Push, 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 push. Oh, there. Okay. See that little flip? Because now we're halfway between 2 magnets. And that's when I take just my little magnetic bar here and I take it out. Okay. Come on, focus. There. So that's the magnet. Now, I'm not too worried about polarity. So the thing is, this magnet and the magnet on the other side are the only things that keep this in the track, which I found really, really interesting. You cannot slide this off until you remove the magnets on both sides, because literally the magnet just drags right along this track. So we're going to take the other side off. Let's get these 2 guys out of the way. Come on. Probably easier if I wasn't holding the driver in the other hand. This is really just pressure here. Oh, you know what? It helps if you're not trying to pull off the side with the screws in it. Idiot! There. This is the this is the side I should be pulling. Oh, and look at that. So there's a tip. Don't try to pull off the side that has the screws in it. Pull off the side without the screws and your life will be much easier. God, get your head in the game. Okay, so again, can't really pull this magnet off until we sort of slide it to its mid. See that little pop? So now it's, there you go, in between 2 magnets, and then I can just kind of grab it with this. And with that, slides right off. Now this is solid. Like, I'm guessing you can probably pull this plate off. I mean, we could try. Let me see. Hold on a second. All right. Well, let me clean up my area here. A little messy. I'm going to put you right to the side. All right. So I've got a pair of tweezers, really, really thin, just to see if I can get underneath. Oh, look at that. Okay. Oh, no. So we've got magnets under here, and they all wanted to hop up to the plate. Okay, you know what, though? This is cool. So under here, yeah, okay. This is the, now I'm going to have to be really careful when I put this one in, because this magnet is a reverse polarity, right? I have to flip it, because that's what makes this guy hop to the next spot. Okay, because right now these magnets sit here, and if I take the top magnet that would be sliding across, oh, okay, so that's positioned right. So that's kind of interesting. Let's just look at that. Here are our 3 magnets, right? These are so amazingly simple when they're put together, but so interesting, so smart. So you've got two magnets that share the same polarity as the top magnet, these big magnets. This middle one, the polarity has been reversed. So when the magnet slides across the top, see how it jumps? Well, you can't because my big meaty hands are in the way, but oh, you're ruining the demonstration. Okay, we'll just push it this way. Come on. Sorry, guys. There. So this just pushes across because it's hitting that reverse polarity in the middle, so it does the hop. Now you can change all these magnets out. You can get stronger magnets if you want. You can have a party with them. I'm not going to do that. It's enough for you to see, though, what's inside here. Now it's the same on the other side. It's actually, there's all four sides. You have those magnets, and you could just take this other bar off if you want to. I'm not going to bother doing that because we've now literally seen all the guts. And I'm just going to get this back on. Okay, so this is going to be interesting now because, okay, in you go, because it's being attracted to the other side. Now the big thing is I want this little one, I want its polarity to stay the same. Now I believe, okay, so the middle magnet has to be flipped. Now let's test it first, but the little magnet has to be reverse polarity from these two big magnets, or your top plate is going to just click to all three. Now, my theory is this little magnet is mirroring the little magnet on the other side. So I don't even really have to guess because the magnets on the other side are dictating where these go. Let me get back here. You just sent a couple screws flying. Okay, so we're back at it here. So now our plate should be correct. And what's nice is it just sits there. Okay, so here's the test. Let's get our magnet on top. Yep. And that is correct. That went flying. Okay, so it just shows you the force that this sort of goes pushing with. Okay, so again, the main point is this magnet, the top slider magnet, has to have the same polarity as the two magnets beneath it, underneath this plate. The middle magnet has to have the reverse polarity so that it pushes. Okay. And then once we have that done, we just... Oh, what am I doing here? There we go. So let me take this magnet out, my little demonstration here. So we put our plate back on. Now this also has, let's see if the focus will help me out here. It's a little hard to see it. There, the light just kind of makes it out. This ridge here. So this ridge slides along this ridge. Okay. So when that just goes in nice and easy, and see, nothing holds it in place until you drop in the magnet. And you can literally just drop it because the polarity will cause it to go in the proper direction. And then that's it. It can't go beyond that because the magnet's keeping it in place. Now you just have to line it up slightly to put your cap on. Close it up. Okay, flip it over. Let's do the same with our other magnet. Just pops in. Again, it snaps into the correct position or polarity because it's being attracted by the magnets underneath it. Now, I did this because I actually took it apart to clean it last night. Found I was getting black residue on my hands, and so I just opened it up and kind of took all the gunk out, which you get after a while. Okay. And that's it. We're right back together. Yeah, this is a cool, like, interesting, unique one. I really like it. And I like it just because it feels different. This is kind of fun too. Sometimes I'll just open it and just sort of play with it and hold it this way. I don't know why. It's got kind of a neat feel to it. Okay, well, that was a bit long, but hopefully we all learned something together. Okay, thanks, gang. Thanks for watching.